Oh,
I'm from
Delhi.
Lucknow.
You're from Lucknow. Okay, okay. How's the weather there?
In Lucknow,
Yeah,
all clear?
all clear. Okay. Is it hot?
Yes.
Yeah, too hot here too.
Summer
And
heat.
Right, sir. So we are live. I'm starting the webinar.
right.
Okay.
Namaskar and a very good evening. I am Divyansh Upadhyay and I welcome you all to this edition of Bureaucrats India Dialogue Series. Bureaucrats India is India's one of the leading platforms highlighting the stories of good governance by bureaucrats across the nation. Today, we are honored to have with us Shri Rohit Rajbir Singh, IPS, who is currently serving as the Superintendent of Police in Itanagar, Arunachal Pradesh. A 2015 batch IPS officer of the AGMUT cadre, Shri Singh has shown exemplary leadership and dedication in his various roles. Prior to this current position, he served as the Deputy Commissioner of Police in Delhi, where his work was widely appreciated. In 2023, Shri Singh represented India as the member delegate in the third Interpol Young Global Police Leaders program themed on trust. This prestigious international platform provided him the opportunity to exchange ideas and experiences with his global counterparts, enriching the collective knowledge of law enforcement strategies worldwide. As the head of the Arunachal Pradesh Special Investigation Team, he, along with Changlang District Superintendent of Police Mihin Gambu, led a successful operation in February 2023, destroying a camp of Naga militants near the Indo-Myanmar border. This operation was launched after receiving a tip-off about the rebels from the Eastern Naga National Government. In his current role as SP Itanagar, Shri Singh is introducing new age policing initiatives, focusing on innovative community engagement to promote stronger connections with the local population. We welcome you, sir, and we look forward to having an engaging session filled with insights, sir. Thank you so much for taking out time out of such a busy schedule. Welcome to Bureaucrats India, sir.
Thank you so much, Divyanji and Vaishnavi ma'am, for having me here on this Zoom call. It's a privilege to be here, to know about Bureaucrats India and the kind of work that they do. And I thank you for giving such an exhaustive and exemplary intro to my small body of work. I'm all yours for whatever sort of questions you have or the type of interaction, and I look forward to it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, given that in India we consider bureaucracy as the civil services as the backbone of of India, and there are so many aspiring young people who look up to someday becoming a civil servant. I think the interview should start with a question that what inspired you to become a civil servant, and how has your journey been so far, sir?
Oh, it's been an absolute pleasure. I wouldn't be caught doing anything else except this, the work that I do. I really love it. It's been my dream, my choice. So I belong to a police family, and the inclination towards civil services came to me at a very early age. Half of my family is in the police, the other half serve in the armed forces. So the charm of the uniform per se, and the type of work that they do, the devotion to duty that they exemplify, has been there at the back of my mind ever since I can remember. So it was a very natural choice for me, maybe in my subconscious itself. And when I came to that, that stage of my life where I could make a decision, then I made the decision to go for this. Indian Police Service has always been my first choice. So, as I told you, I couldn't be caught doing anything else. This is what I've always wanted to do. And what more can one ask for that you get the service of your choice, you get the work that you've always wanted to do. And in doing that work, you also gain the love and the trust of so many people around you. I don't think any other service gives you this sort of immediate gratification or satisfaction.
Right, sir. And right, I think you're doing exemplary work, and the nation is extremely thankful to officers like you, who are keeping us running and going, and doing the jobs that we do, feeling secure in a country. It's all thanks to you, sir. I'll come to a very hot topic, sir. Some even have called it that India is going through a cultural renaissance. And under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, and Honorable Minister of Home Affairs Shri Amit Shah ji, now we have the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, and there are a lot of explanations going on around, and a lot of people are trying to grasp what it is. So I'd like you to put some light as to how you believe this new criminal code will help the police in maintaining law and order more effectively, and also how will it aid in delivering justice more efficiently, sir?
Right, absolutely. So, though if I go into the depth of it, it's going to take a lot of time. But just to summarize it, I'll just say that one should understand the new laws from the light of victim orientation. So, as of now, the old laws that were there, CRPC, IPC, and Indian Evidence Act, they were more towards, for example, cracking a case, following the procedure while investigating it. But very limited overview was present from the aspect of the victim. What the new laws bring to the table are a sort of victim orientation wherein victim compensation, witness protection, rights of victim, preference to the victim, and focus on delivering speedy justice to the victim is something that is very well put in the new laws, and it's very well focused upon. For example, it gives witness protection scheme a legal mandate. It also provides various timelines for investigations as well as for the trial to happen in various sorts of cases. All of these point towards keeping victim at the forefront, at the center of all the investigations and all the legal procedures that are there, and ultimately to provide him or her the sort of justice that the victim demands and deserves.
So victims' well-being is at the core, and the orientation and the new trajectory that these laws have set keep victims' welfare at the front. Very well said, sir.
Absolutely. Like
Yeah.
trial in absentia. So that is one new provision that is there. So when earlier on there was some accused that used to run away from the trial, then the trial used to get stopped in middle, and then there were very limited ways how to expand it or to follow the procedure. Now trial in absentia is one of the provisions that gives victim a chance at closure, a chance at having the sort of justice that the victim deserves, even if the accused has absconded.
Absolutely, sir. And I think this is one of the first times where we are breaking away from another step in breaking away from the colonial past, and creating laws that are indigenous to us, that are based on our own value systems. I think it is very important.
Absolutely right.
Sir, again, I'd like to also congratulate you for your initiative, Police Arjun, and
Right.
Reena and Tango are becoming very popular, I must say.
Yeah.
So, would you like to tell us something about the initiative, Police Arjun, sir? Because it's very innovative and promising. Would you like to share something with us, sir?
Yes, why not? Absolutely. So police sergeant is a concept that is very close to my heart, very close to Capitol Police. So we were thinking of coming up with some sort of concept for a very long time that could be engaging for the community around us. So we live in a primarily tribal society in Arunachal Pradesh, and it has more than 25 tribes, and they have their own languages, they have their own customs, they have their own traditions also. But one thing that is common is Ajin. Ajin means an elder brother or an elder sister. So Ajin is the word used for elder sister, elder brother in 2, 3 major communities. There are words similar to this word, like Ajing is there in some other community. So there are words similar to this word in other communities as well. So we were very enamored by the fact that there is a concept called Gaon Buda here. So what does Gaon Buda do? Is Gaon Buda is some sort of village elder who used to mediate between two parties over disputes. The disputes may be of civil nature or criminal nature. When the jurisprudence system wasn't well established in the state. So now that the police is there, the judiciary is there, that connect with the populace seems to have lost a bit, I think, because the system has become more formal. So Police Ajin is an initiative, a concept to make the relationship with the community more informal. Like there are some issues wherein the community does not want maybe a case to be registered or some sort of legal action to be taken, but they want that issue to be solved. So police sergeant is a face of the Capital Police, wherein they can come here and they can have mediations, they can have discussions, they can bring in other parties and they can talk it out, and we will be some sort of medium to do so. Also through police sergeant we are focusing towards issue-based policing in various aspects. One of the main outreach program through Police Arjun is anti-bullying. So we go on Facebook Live. Capital Police goes on Facebook Live once in every fortnight. So we've just started. It's a very recent initiative. It's that's also part of a wider scheme of things called Samvad. So Samvad means Bachit. Samvad is a concept that we do. We've just started it a month back. So through Samvad, we engage different sort of community stakeholders. For example, adults, and into we engage them into conversations for new laws. Then office goers, we engage them about conversations regarding cyber hygiene. Then school children, we engage them about conversations about we engage them in conversations about bullying, anti-bullying measures. So police sergeant is also a face through which we are trying to run an anti-bullying campaign also in schools. In schools, we've put in small boxes wherein children can put in their complaints, and we open those boxes regularly to see what sort of issues are school children also facing. Because in our one of our Facebook Live, this was a major issue that was raised, that in schools there are some bullying issues that are happening, and maybe the anti-bullying committee that is there is not able to sort it out as well as the parents would have wanted. Similarly, through police sergeant, we run a program for program against organized crime in our market associations. For example, social crimes having a legal component like gambling, or lottery system. So these are also present here in some measure. So through police sergeant, we also run a concept for the market associations and those type of stakeholders against organized crime. So police sergeant per se is some sort of elder brother or elder sister, wherein we use it in a twofold manner. First is to run campaigns for different stakeholders regarding the issues that they want to raise, and second, to raise awareness about issues that these people, these stakeholders are interested in.
What a concept, sir. I must applaud, as the nation applauds along with me, of perceiving and having that perception in mind of police as an elder brother or an elder sister, rather than being fearful of them. And I must commend the department on such a novel initiative, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I think under your program Samvad, you're also targeting drug abuse
Yes.
victims of drug abuse. So, is there some sort of rehabilitation that is involved along with that?
Absolutely, yes. So what we do is we have our tie-ups with rehab centers that are present in and around Itanagar. We have very limited rehab facilities nearby, but whatever facilities we have, we utilize them, and also we utilize some facilities in the neighboring state of Assam. So our concept for dealing with drug abuse through Samvad is that we facilitate and assist some users which we think uh, are are willing and able to come out of drug abuse themselves. So we have our tie-ups with various rehab centers wherein at discounted rates they get a very good program. And after that, when they come in, they become resource persons of us of Capital Police, wherein we present them to the world, give them a forum, give them a stage wherein they can tell their stories, and also inspire others to leave out their own drug abuse habits through various measures, be it exercise, be it a very tight regime of dietary habits, or by indulging into some sort of musical activities. So recently we had some sort of Survivor Olympics, some sort of thing. So
Oh, interesting.
we named it Run for a Change. But what it had was, it had a tug of war. It had an 800 meter. It had a 100 meter race, and it had a relay race also, wherein all the participants, we had 23 drug abuse survivors. All the participants were drug abuse survivors only. And we wanted to portray that a person, be it male or female, who comes out of this habit is as good as new. And he or she will be able to participate in all sorts of activities, be it intellectual, or be it physical. So that was one concept that we had, and it generated a lot of positive reviews from the population. We're trying to get it. We're trying to get it institutionalized. We'll probably do it once in 6 months. So we're thinking of making it a calendar event twice a year as a sort of our community outreach through Samvad only for drug survivors.
Wonderful, sir. Friends, you are watching Bureaucrats India Dialogues. We strive to bring stories of change and good governance. Today, we have a very special guest, Shri Rohit Rajbir Singh, an IPS officer of 2015 batch of AGMUT cadre. Thank you so much, sir, for being there with us. I'd like to
Thank
introduce
you.
my colleague, Vaishnavi Mishra, who will take the conversation forward with you, sir. Over to you,
Right, right.
Vaishnavi.
Thanks. Thanks, sir, for passing the speaking slot over to me, Divyansh. Hello, sir.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening. Nowadays, AI is a super popular and is popping up almost in every field. And we believe that AI has the potential, to transform the way police forces, they prevent, investigate, and even solve the crime. So how do you envision the future of social media and AI in law enforcement?
Right. So this has different aspects. For crime prevention and detection, we have been using AI now for quite some time in our analysis of data. So AI provides us very good and fast avenues for data analytics, be it financial records, or be it call records, or be it conversational data that we have. So to sift through the humongous amount of data is very laborious and very time consuming for humans alone. So we use AI extensively in data analytics of cases. This is as far as detection is concerned. For prevention activities, what we do is that we are now collaborating with the remote sensing department in our state. We've got a budgetary allocation also for that this year. Very happy regarding that. So we'll be running an AI generated hotspot mapping exercise for crime prevention. So what he'll do is he'll take in data about the various types of body or property offenses that have happened in and around Itanagar, and then he'll be able to work out a model with our inputs that so that it can predict what sorts of crimes are probably going to happen in these areas. So that is one thing that we're working on. So this is regarding prevention and detection of crime and law enforcement. In community policing, what we are doing is, as Mr. Divyansh was talking about police sergeant concept. So the whole police sergeant sketchwork is modeled upon two of our officers, but those the pictures of those two officers were given as inputs to an AI model only, and with our inputs, with our prompts, an AI model only came out with these sorts of pictures and caricatures, and we're very happy with that. And through AI, we also use some models to sift through various sorts of reviews that we get over social media, be it positive, be it negative, and take out the most common issues which pertain to the state and which are the expectations of the citizens from the law enforcement, and we try to work upon that. So there are various ways wherein we are currently using AI, and I think in the times to come, this usage will only increase.
Thank you. Thank you for the answer, sir. My second question to you is that, many law enforcement agencies across the world have adopted the use of modern policing technologies as an effort to increase the transparency and the visibility in the interaction between the law enforcement and the civilians. So how do you see the technology has transformed the modern policing, and do you have any specific innovations in your mind that you wish to implement in the coming future?
So, yes, technology, yes, as a part of being transparent, technology does play a very significant role. As an example, because we are available throughout, as in through various sorts of social medias, and people can connect with us through various mediums. We are very accountable. We are very transparent. We have to be also because as an example, during the Facebook lives that the Capitol Police holds, there are complainants which who come up and ask about their specific cases or specific complaints over Facebook Live only, and we try to answer them as well as we can. And if there is something that they want as documentary evidence, then we invite them to my office or to the local police station for an update. So through technology, through social media, it is very pertinent for us to remain on top of our jobs because we know that at any point of time, questions can be asked regarding our performance, and we have to provide that level of satisfaction that the populace desires and deserves from us.
Thanks again for the answer, sir. And I completely resonate with the points you made here. Now, regarding the policing part, I would also like to ask you about the challenges you face and how do you ensure that the continuous training and the development for your officers to keep them updated with the latest policing techniques and the community engagement strategies?
Behavioral aspect, that has to be inculcated in police officials per se, because of the nature of job. Nobody comes to us in their hour of happiness. So it's always some sort of distress that a person is in, and then he comes to us. So generally, it becomes a very sort of negative atmosphere for the police person on the ground. But we try to inculcate this feeling that if a person is coming to us in his or her hour of distress, then we are the last hope, and we should act like one. The idea is that if a person comes to us, then he should not go back to his household or to his office empty-handed. We should be able to provide him that sort of satisfaction which he really wants when he comes to the police station, because that is the last thing that he or she will ever do. So that is one sort of behavioral aspect that we work on. Also, Capitol Police per se is very sensitive to the needs of our police personnel also, because of various types of duties that they do in the capital. the police personnel perform all sorts of duties, be it security, be it traffic management, be it law and order, be it investigation, be it detection, be it patrolling. So lots of activities. So their timings, their physical mental health is of primary importance to us. For that, we started around 2.5 years back. I was not part of this unit. I was part of another unit, but we started an anti-suicide helpline there, wherein people could call in. It was open to all public also. We had calls coming in from different states also. But our people also started calling in, not to talk about their own suicidal tendencies alone, but to talk about their own mental blocks or the sort of mental exhaustion that they're facing while working in certain roles or certain units. Also, we at the start of this year, we held a very massive health camp in association with TRIMS, which is the biggest hospital here, a government-run hospital. And we had of our police personnel checked. And after that, they made an individual report and a guide map for the next 7 to 8 months about what they have to do to bring their out of control parameters under control. So we took both of these inputs regarding the mental aspect and the physical aspect that they had to work upon, and then we offered our police personnel a choice to change their postings also. That if they want to go to a different unit wherein they think it'll be lighter for them, if they want to do that for a year or two and focus on their mental physical health, then more than welcome to do that. Or if they want time here only, they want some sort of leave, they want some sort of time wherein they can put their physical mental health in order, we are obviously there to guide them. But ultimately they have to focus on their own dietary patterns also, their own health also. So these are the type of options that we gave. More than 30 police personnel took these options, and around 12 odd people wanted a transfer out to some other unit. We facilitated that also out of these 30 odd people, and the rest of them wanted to stay here and work in the unit in the Capital Police itself, but wanted some time for themselves, and they took it, and they're doing very well now. A follow-up to that is scheduled in October. A follow-up to that camp is scheduled in October, and I hope that we'll be able to compare the performances on those parameters, and then we'll be able to probably give a clearer picture about whether this has helped or not.
Wonderful, sir, and I'm sure that the points you made will definitely help, officials up to date with the latest policing tech. Now, before I finish up, I want to express my gratitude and congratulations for your role as an innovator in the field of policing.
Thank you, ma'am. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vaishnavi. And I think as through Vaishnavi's questions, you answered very well, sir, and we have captured how police is transforming itself and acclimatizing to the changing trends in terms be it social media, artificial intelligence, or other technologies. Uh, I'll just ask you this one particular question that I was constantly thinking about while I was researching about you, sir. In 2023, I think you represented India at the third Interpol Young Global Police Leaders Program, sir. I am sure that it must have been a very unique experience and wanted to hear your insights and experiences as if how they influenced your approach to policing, sir.
Well, Divyanshi, I must tell you that it was an incredible experience, and but what one understands through these experiences is that that all across the world we face similar challenges in law enforcement, and we have almost similar mindsets to deal with those challenges. Technological divide can be very different. So some countries are very well advanced technology wise, and they have their own AI systems in place, they have their own smart policing systems in place. Whereas there are some countries which are still working on some rudimentary systems. We, are at, I must say, near the top of it, but there are some countries which are really advanced, but there are some countries which still do those sort of policing that probably we used to do a couple of years back. But still, the human aspect of policing remains the same. What exemplifies this concept is that the theme of the conference was trust. It wasn't some technology filled narrative, or it wasn't some AI or meta filled narrative about meta. By meta, I mean metaverse filled narrative about some particular technological advancement. It was very simplistic. It was trust and building trust between different stakeholders, building trust between various police personnel, police agencies of various countries, building trust between police and the public, building trust between police and the political executive, building trust between police and its own hierarchy, building trust between police and various other stakeholders, let's say judiciary, or let's say community-based organizations or NGOs, which are all part of the same ecosystem. And the theme was that we can use technology and we can use our own human initiatives, our own one-to-one relationships, whatever we want to use, but the ultimate aim should be trust building. So that experience opened my eyes to the common concept that whatever transparency we want to show, or whatever accountability we want to show to the community, because after all it is the community that we are working for, and they are the best judges of whether the work we are doing is really impactful or not, whether or not we're making a change, albeit a small one, to the overall situation or not. And the change that they can see or they can appreciate will only come through trust. We can use technology, we can use human one-to-one orientation also to achieve that, but some sort of trust is a prerequisite for any sort of change to happen. This may sound like some sort of egg and chicken situation, because how can you have trust when you don't perform? And when you perform, only then you will have trust. So, but I'm saying the same thing, that obviously for them to trust you will have to perform. So through our performance and whatever acts you do for the citizens, for the populace, that is those acts are very well received. Those acts are very well understood. The concept behind those acts are very well understood, be it any policing initiative or community engagement. A certain level of performance is needed, and then the trust builds. So the concept was trust building only. And so that was a very good experience, because we used to think that different countries have their own sorts of challenges, their own sorts of problems in dealing with law enforcement, but ultimately it remains the same. It remains human interactions and trust building between different agencies. That is the core of all policing.
Trust building is the core of all policing. That's very well said, sir. So, moving ahead, I think we'll not take much of your time before going to the last question. I thank the audience for joining in. You are watching Bureaucrats India Dialogues. Bureaucrats India is an independent initiative designed to bring out into the public domain stories of good governance by bureaucrats across India, both in central and state government levels. Today we have with us Shri Rohit Rajbir Singh, IPS officer of 2015 batch AGMUT cadre. So, sir, I think we have come a full circle with our last question, because I started by asking you your own journey of civil services and how has it been for you. There are a lot of young people who are aspirants of civil services and are preparing uh, with a lot of hard work and dedication. Is there a piece of advice that you would like to give to the civil service aspirants?
I don't know, I'm too old for that. Maybe it's been around 10 odd years, maybe when I was preparing and I gave the exam. But uh,
Makes you all the more
though
relevant,
the
sir.
pattern may change, the okay, okay. Though the pattern may change and you know the type of preparation may change, but I think the core remains the same. We've also listened to the service seniors, maybe 10 years or 15 years or 20, even 20 years, our seniors, and they also say the same things. I also probably, at the cost of repetition, say the same thing only, that this is the time wherein you, if you really want to prepare, then just forget about everything else. Give some serious years to this preparation. I'm not saying that you spend your very productive years into this. I'm not saying spend 6 7 years into this, but give 2 3 years of serious preparation into the civil services. And it's the motivation is very intrinsic. Like nobody can, everyone has his or her own motivation, so find out what your motivation is, and then find out why civil services, entering into the civil services, working into the civil services is very core to your own motivation. So your real job starts when you enter the service. Preparation is just some sort of I know, pre-nursery school or something like that. So if you see yourself working in some sort of atmosphere, be it in the police services, administration, foreign services, revenue, whatever service you want, if you see yourself working there and you see your motivation also coinciding with your working in that service, in that sphere, I think it is only then can you have that sort of intrinsic belief to carry you through this preparation time. Read good text, meet good people, have a good study circle if you want. I had a friend who has been really instrumental in my own preparation. I couldn't have made it without him. He guided me, as in we were together and we used to study and we used to share notes. And so find good friends, find like-minded people who can bolster you, who can support you, who can be a positive influence, because it's a very linear and tough journey where you just have to sit down and study and be really motivated. Because if you you do not cross any of the three stages, be it prelims, mains, or interview, then you have to start the whole cycle again. So it's a very exhausting journey that you have to take. So have good people around you. That is very important. And just remain intrinsically motivated. I think that is the core of preparation that I've seen, and I myself stick to it. Divyansh, I
Divyansh,
think, yeah,
you're on mute.
muted.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm saying that I'm sure that the young guys who are studying for civil services will find your advice very valuable.
Okay.
And so we at Bureaucrats India, at the core, strive to bring out stories like this. We try to highlight and spotlight people and officers such as yourself, so that so that there is a positivity that reflects in the community. And is there any parting words for the team of Bureaucrats India that you would like to share, sir?
Yes, Bernard, it has been an absolute pleasure, and it is my privilege to be on this platform, and the panel members, the hosts of this Zoom meeting, Divyanshi and Vaishnavi ma'am, you both have been really stellar, and thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much for reaching out and appreciating the work that we do. So I would be quite the stupid fellow to take credit for whatever initiatives that we've spoken about. We have an excellent team. I have a very good rapport with all my team members, and we have team members right from my DYSPs to the last constable. We are Capital Police is a 400 men strong team, and we have a think tank of that has representatives from each and every rank. So we have a representative from the constabulary, from the head constables, from the ASIs. From each rank has a representative in our think tank that we run here in my office. So it is a collective venture of all of them. I would have loved to have all of them here, but I know the medium is such. So thank you for appreciating the work that we do. And as I've always maintained, and I say it now also, the ultimate test of whether we are successful in any initiative or in any outreach, be it community policing or be it our bread and butter, that is prevention and detection of crime or law and order activities, the ultimate judge is the populace for whom we are working. And if they're able to understand and appreciate and give their own feedback, be it positive or negative, to us through whatever channel that they like, then half our work is done. We also get some sort of guidelines upon how to improve ourselves. And that is all, really, that is all that we are looking forward to. So thank you so much for having me here. And I wish you all the best. And I wish you continue doing the stellar work that you do in recognizing positive stories, positive work, so that it comes across to various stakeholders that are involved, and other people can also get ideas. I also got my own ideas through some of the stories that were running in the cyberspace. So other people can also get similar ideas and work upon them and then improve them and then put their own, spin on it and then present those ideas to the community. So thank you so much, and I wish you all the very best.
Thank you so much, sir, for taking out time from your extremely busy schedule. And
Pleasure.
I thank you from the bottom of my heart and on behalf of the entire Bureaucrats India team. I'd also like to thank our editor-in-chief, Dr. Navneet Anand, and the entire Bureaucrats India team for working very hard in the background, coordinating this, helping us digging out stories like this. And at the end, but not the least, I'd like to thank all the people who are watching in, who have tuned in. I thank all the viewers and the supporters. Guys, you are a great support. Thank you so much. And thank you again so much, sir, for joining us. Jai Hind, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a nice day.